You would think that Daryl would be trying to attack somebody at this point, trying to reach and grab. I mean, for one thing, he's probably shackled to the table. It's because there's nothing but men in the room with Daryl right now. And Daryl doesn't behave that way with the men folk, okay? Only the she folk, okay? The lady folk. He's like, look, I'm trying to jump bad. Where are all the women? I got all this hostility and there's no ladies around. What am I supposed to do with this? Well, no, I can't use it on you, sir. I'm a submissive. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9E, and once upon a time in Darrellville, there was there was a moment that Daryl had came up with a really good idea. Okay, he was like, this right here is gonna solve all my issues. He decided, what he was like, what can I do to get myself out of this? What cards do I have to play? I need to play the right card to get out of here. And he decided on seduction. Yes, right. You didn't know that, did you? Daryl decided he was going to seduce the courtroom. And that's when he decided to take his shirt off. Yes, that's what we're going to watch today. The day that Daryl decided to undress. He was going to, wink his eye and, remove his clothing. And this was going to free him, okay? This was going to get him out from underneath of these 1,000 years, okay? Let's see if it worked or not. Spoiler alert. Oh, there he is.
Back on the record.
That's right.
Appearances are
Shake it, Daryl.
I need to make a record that at 8:42 a.m. this court ordered Mr. Brooks be removed from the courtroom due to repeated.
All the power's in your back. You got to do the flex like the bodybuilders do, Daryl. It ain't going to work if you don't do this. Maybe try exhaling real hard. Maybe some abs will show up. Oh, Daryl. Oh, Daryl. He said, I know what the jury want to see. I know what they need in their life. Okay? They need a heavy dose of Daryl. And I can also show Erica what she's missing these days. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a little guy.
Interruptions and disruption.
That's right.
With
Flex it,
the
Daryl.
court. This, of course, comes on the recent history with Mr. Brooks on every day that we have been in court. Since
Daryl, you're so little. How you manage to get love handles? How does a person that nobody loves get love handles? That's what I want to know. I want to know that. Where did you get those? Because no one loves you. So it's weird that you managed to find some love handles. And you're getting a little bit of a wedgie here. I just want to let you know. Just giving you a heads up in case you can't tell. You know what I'm saying? Your ass might be a little numb by now. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help is what I'm saying.
This one day, he has shown a complete and utter disrespect for the simple
Get your
rules
exercise
of
in.
civility.
So you can show them what you're made of when you get to the yard. Oh, Daryl, you
has been removed from the courtroom multiple times. This morning alone, he started interrupting this court within a minute of the court calling the case.
Hilarious.
I should also make a record that at the moment he is muted.
Get that man some lotion. Quick. Stats.
Because of the way that he was removed from the courtroom and his conduct since. I have been given just a bit of information about it. I will advise everyone that I have required that the Sheriff's Department file a written report with the court.
Don't it make you wonder what made him take his shirt off? Like, Like usually when a dude takes his shirt off, it means he ready to fight. But notice that Daryl ain't fighting. And I'm going to tell you why. You would think that Daryl would be trying to attack somebody at this point, trying to reach and grab. I mean, for one thing, he's probably shackled to the table. You know, but aside from his favorite ankle bracelets, it's because there's nothing but men in the room with Daryl right now. And Daryl doesn't behave that way with the men folk, okay? Only the she folk, okay? The lady folk, the woman folk, if you will. He's like, look, I'm trying to jump bad. Where are all the women? I got all this hostility and there's no ladies around. What am I supposed to do with this? Well, no, I can't use it on you, sir. I'm a submissive. Oh, Daryl, you slay me, boo. You do.
Regarding Mr. Brooks's conduct, I'm told that he would not sit down while in this courtroom in order to have the shackles removed so that he could be taken to the other courtroom, that he was resisting.
I bet he did.
That at one point he took off a shoe and it appeared to the deputies that he was going to throw the shoe.
I bet it was at a lady. I bet it was at a female. It wasn't a female. It was the judge. It was Opera. It was the lady next to Opera. I can never remember her name. It was whoever he was about to throw that at, I promise you, was toting a vajayjay, is what I'm saying. Like, there's no way he was throwing that at a man. Definitely not, because he didn't want that uppercut that was coming next. Even though they would have to reach all the way down to give it to him because he's so little. They'd be like, oh, get him. Did I get under his chin? I got to go down farther. Oh.
You can see that he is seated with his back to the court or to the camera. He took his shirt off as well. I'm also told that he is threatening to throw and break items. I want to give him headphones since.
Yeah, lots of threats, no doies. Less talky, Daryl. Less talky, more dewey, okay?
He has claimed in the past to be hard of hearing in one ear, but given his statement that he would throw and break things, unless he can pledge to this court that he will not do that, I'm not going to provide that information. I will advise that the audio in that courtroom should be turned up accordingly.
There you go.
So that it is louder than it has been. I've also been advised that the audio and visual equipment is working in that courtroom. The deputies that are in there can see and hear the court through the polycom.
I'm going to tell you what Daryl knows. Daryl know what not to do. Daryl know what not to do. If he gets too hostile with the things around him, then they're going to grab him to restrain him. They're going to immediately toss his little ass on the ground. So he knows what not to do. He'll raise his voice. He'll calm down once they start to come in close to him. Once they start to seem like they're coming close to him, he'll be like, I was just saying. He'll be like, fuck you, bitch. I'm just expressing myself. Please don't grab me, sir. Oh my God. Daryl's hilarious in all the wrong ways.
System. Today is a little bit different in that there is no Zoom. And so, but this court, with the blessing of technology in this new building, have the ability to call in one room system to the other. That is why we're able to see and, when appropriately, hear him.
Yeah, see his love handles, which is weird because he's so tiny. He's such a tiny guy. Like, how do you manage to get love handles on a body that small? Like, not to mention a body that no one loves. Your body mysteriously has love handles, even though no one loves it. No one loves that body, but it's got love handles. I mean, I can't figure it out.
When unmuted, and then there are the 4 camera angles that are presently from this courtroom. I have the camera in the other courtroom. on a single camera, since he's the only
Can't
individual
nobody hear you, Daryl.
in
You got a
there.
stain? Did you get a
This
stain on
court
your pants?
has
Did you get a stain on your pants? Did you? Did you? I got cuts and bruises, Your Honor. I'm hurt and harmed. Well, you ain't hurt and harmed yet, Daryl, but it's coming. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. It's a coming, okay?
in essence, extended this courtroom to the neighboring courtroom. While there is ample evidence in the record, not only through the proceedings up to this point, but this morning alone, that through his conduct, he has forfeited his right to be present.
Yes.
I'd also make a finding that he is appearing from that courtroom.
Don't mope, Daryl. Don't be. Turn around. Don't be like that. Daryl, we was just kidding. We're going to take the shackles off. It was a joke. Relax. Oh, Daryl. You slay me, boo. You slay me, boo. Look like somebody cut you in the back of your head. What's that little line you got there? What, they try to pull your head off? Did they turn it, turn it, till it pop off, pop. Oh, a woman can dream. A woman can dream.
And that because of the audio and visual equipment and system that we have in place, that it is the functional equivalent of being present in this courtroom. This court has relied repeatedly on Illinois versus Allen. I've read portions of that case into the record. I don't intend to go through that at length here today, other than to indicate that trial judges that are confronted with disruptive, contemptuous, stubbornly defiant defendants must be given sufficient discretion to meet the circumstances.
Daryl's steady talking shit, but can't nobody hear him. Cause justice. Because justice. Because justice. Because Daryl gon' get this justice. And a handful of justice for you, mixed with some tomatoes. All for you, baby. All for you.
Of each case. No one formula exists for maintaining the appropriate courtroom atmosphere. Will be best in in all situations. And in that case,
Daryl's thinking about putting his shirt back on. He's getting cold, but he's being stubborn. He's like, hook y'all. I'm angry. Brr. That's okay, Daryl. You done made your point. Put your shirt back on, okay? Put the bird away. Put the bird back in its cage, okay? That was a reference to his bird chest. You get it? You get it? You got it.
There were at least 3 constitutionally permissible ways for a trial judge to handle a stubbornly defiant defendant, which this court would find Mr. Brooks squarely has become and has demonstrated over the course of these last few days.
That part.
One option is to bind and gag him. I've already talked about at a previous hearing why I choose not to do that.
Because I ain't got to.
Cite him for contempt. I choose not to do that either. The third is to take him out of the courtroom until he promises to conduct himself properly.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mr. Brooks today, of course, showed up in court from the jail in his jail attire.
Yeah, then decided he was going to put on a little show for the judge. He was going to shake it, shimmy, shimmy. And, she was going to be like, oh, yes, honey, get them things up off his ankles. You got to let him go. Did it work, Daryl? No? Oh, shocking. He
does that by his choice.
He's hilarious.
I gave him the opportunity to go back to the jail to put on his suit and tie or other street clothes. He refused to answer that question.
I ain't gonna listen to you. Ain't answering your questions. It's your own.
This court will continue with this trial, as I have previously indicated. There are many resources that have been put into bringing this day to bear.
Yes.
And
appreciate
it is important for all involved that this trial continue. Again, Mr. Brooks is given the opportunity.
It's so weird. It's like his hair, you know, where his hair is like cut. For some reason it looks green. Why? Is it just me or does that look green? Then again, his body looks yellow. So, you know, it kind of makes sense, I guess. His hair looks green, like it's growing fungus out of his head. Like, what is that? Why is it doing that? Is it doing that? Daryl, you got fungus growing out of your head. You might want to do something about that. Okay, you might want to do something about that.
Opportunity to appear from that other courtroom.
To some Selsun Blue.
At this point, I'm still in the final housekeeping matters, and so he clearly has forfeited his right to be present for that. I will advise Mr. Brooks, as I have advised him repeatedly, if at any point in time he wants to come back, and he is willing to promise that he will abide by the rules of courtesy and decorum and be civil and show respect for the court proceedings for all individuals.
Oh, look at him. Now he's trying to show his scars. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look. You can get closer. It's right here. Be like, that's the lines where your elbow closes, stupid. You're like, no, this line wasn't there before. I know it looks just like the others and it matches the other side, but it's not. Just trust me. It was bleeding, but then I wiped it on my pants. Oh, why isn't the blood on my pants? I don't know. Why don't y'all don't believe me? Stop being so prejudiced. Is it the racism, Daryl? Is that what it is? Oh, it's not the car and the parade. It's the racism. Look at this. Look, I've been harmed. I'd like to turn that arm, just twist it, until it pop off. Oh, that'd be a good day. That'd be a good day indeed.
In this courtroom, including
look at my nail.
Mr. Brooks himself.
Broke my nail.
Then he will come back in. It's also my intention to give him
He's looking for a scar.
that opportunity at each new stage.
Look at my pinky.
But again, we are.
Look at my pinky though. My pinky be hurting. This is just unconstitutional. So I run over children and old people, and that gives y'all the right to put a scratch on my pinky. You know what? This ain't right. This ain't right. You hear me? Ooh, it's cold in here. All right, Daryl. You've amused me. You did. You amused me.
In the
whatever's
preliminary stage prior to the.
Oh, she laughing. She was laughing at you, Daryl. She was laughing at you. Just like I like it. Laughing at Daryl. You know, it's like all the new craze. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Daryl. Put your shirt back on, honey. Your plan did not work. You were not able to seduce the judge and the jury and Opper and anybody else. Your love handles that showed up even though no one loves you is a miracle. And we should definitely be impressed by the fact that you have love handles even though no one loves you. Notice I keep saying that. I keep saying it. It's hilarious because it's true. That's why it's hilarious. But that's about that for that. Thank you for that laugh, Daryl. I appreciate you. Don't you think for a second, okay? Ever start to doubt? Don't you ever doubt that I appreciate this, okay? I appreciate you being such a dick, okay? That this is fucking hilarious, okay? And on that note, y'all know what to do, okay? Y'all behave. Because I'm not going to do it. Absolutely not. No, just cuz. Whatever. What you ain't gonna do is make me behave, okay? Mama love you. You know this, man. Okay. Peace.